Hello everyone. Today our topic is how to create a data frame using tuple. So first we'll see what is the golden rule or thumb rule to create the data frame using tuples. So when I'm creating data frame using tuple, suppose if you have tuple with n values, then schema must also have same number of n columns. In case, so you suppose your tuple has four values, then schema must have four columns. So that means inside tuple, suppose if you have four elements and the number of columns also should have four columns. So first we'll see how to define the column names while creating the data frame in case of tuple. So how to define the column names is, so we had to define one variable columns and equal to we can define as list of elements. So this is list of elements means the elements are column names. So that is first underscore name and age. So these are the column names. It defines the column names you want in your data frame. So that means this list of elements is the column names you want to define for your data frame. So here first underscore name is name of the person, age is age of the person. So this how to define the column names. And the next is how to create the data. So this is a list of tuples. So we have different methods like list of tuple, list of list, list of dictionary. So this video mainly to target on how to create a data frame using list of tuple. So list means first and ending is square bracket, that is list, and inside list we have multiple tuples. So this is one tuple and this is one tuple and this is one tuple. So tuple is this one, parenthesis. Okay, so here we have three tuples here. So what it represents is each tuple is one row. So this is one row and this is one row and this is one row. So each value inside the tuple matches the column order. So that means, as we saw here, column order is first name, age. So the first column name, first underscore name, that is this one. Okay, so in this particular tuple, this is the first row value. In this tuple, this particular value belongs to this column, first underscore name column. And second value 47, it belongs to age 47. So that is this one, Bob 47. So column name is first underscore name, age, and in this first row is this one, Bob 47. That is this one. And second one is, second tuple is this one, Lee 23. So in this Lee is belongs to first column, that is first underscore name that we got here. And second value 23 is belongs to age. And third tuple is, so in this third tuple, first element, that is Leonard, that is this one. It comes coming under first underscore name. And value is this one, 51. So that is coming under second column. So this is basics to understand how data frame creates. So next we'll jump onto this one, how to create a data frame by using flat tuple into separate columns. And if you see here, this one, so here I written in single line, all the tuples I written in single column, but a single row. If you see here, this is first is a list, starting and ending is a list, and inside list we have tuples. So this is first tuple, this is first tuple, this is second tuple, and this is third tuple, this is fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, so on. So, and again, each tuple, in this first tuple, the first value that is belongs to first column, that is employee name. And first tuple, second value, it belongs to age column. And third value, it belongs to experience. And fourth value, it belongs to this column for salary column. So that means in first row, if you see here, or now, so it coming as first row, relevant columns, it coming under relevant columns. And similar way for second row, this second tuple belongs to second row, that is this one, Henry null 8 25,000. See here, Henry null 8 25,000. At the same way, third row, this third tuple belongs to third row. So here we are getting JH 29 4 none and so on. And you can see their respective data type also. So how it detecting is, here we are not passing the data type. Here we are passing only the column names and data. So this Spark, it's automatically means infer the schema based on data provided here. So it will detect this particular column. That means employee name column, it automatically detect as string type. And these three all integers, right? These are all integers. So it's detecting as long type. Okay, so next. So next, this I think we discussed this thumb rule. Okay, so this thumb rule is, so what it telling is, so whenever if your data row is either tuple or list, so each element is one column. So that means whatever we discussed here, suppose if you consider this one, this is a tuple. So list of tuple. So here two cases are there, tuple or list. So that means whatever inside now. So this can be either list or tuple. So for both the cases, this is one row. The first tuple is first row in that each element. So in that each element belongs to one column. So that is first element, it belongs to this column. Second element belongs to this column. Okay, third element, this one. Fifth element, that is last element, belongs to this column. So that is the thumb rule we need to remember. And in case of dictionary, whatever we pass in the keys, key and value as a dictionary, in that key that is considered as columns, value it comes under column. So I already made one video on this topic, how to create a data frame using dictionary. So there I explained in detail how to use this one. So next is tuple inside tuple. So if we have data like this, tuple inside tuple, then it will generate as struct type column. So if it is a flat tuple, it will generate as separate columns. So whatever we saw, that is flat tuple. See here, flat tuple means we have only single tuple. So inside that we don't have again tuple. So since it is a single tuple, that means flat tuple. So each element it coming under their respective column, means individual column. So if you have tuple inside the tuple, then that will consider as struct type. So that we'll see here. So tuple inside tuple, struct type column. So if you see here, my data is, so column names are same and only data I changed here. How I changed is, earlier inside list, I have only one tuple. So that is this tuple. But here I have first tuple, and if you see here, starting and ending is parenthesis, that is tuple, and inside that I have one more tuple. So that is this one. So tuple inside tuple. So how this outside tuple is becoming tuple is, inside this we have this tuple, and after that we are passing comma. So since if you are passing comma, it will become tuple. So if you don't have this comma, then it is not tuple. So now our input is tuple of tuple. So if I try to create this data frame, what it shows is length mismatch. So expected axis has 4 elements. So new values have 1 element. So that means as per this, so tuple of tuple, what it will generate struct type, but the number of columns we passed as 4. But here tuple, what it will happen? So this whole thing, it will consider as one column. Okay, so this whole thing has one column, but we passed as 4 columns. So that is the reason here it mentioning error. So expected axis has 4 element, new values have 1 element. Now what I'm doing, I'm changing this code little bit. What I'm doing here, this data is same, tuple of tuple, only I'm changing it to columns. So here I given 4 column names. Here what I'm doing, I'm giving only single column name, that is employee name. So why? Because this whole tuple, it will consider as one column. So this whole thing will comes under this employee underscore name. See here, this whole thing, it coming under this particular column. But if you observe, here we are getting column names as C underscore 1, underscore 2, underscore 3, underscore 4. So we are not getting column names. We are getting simply underscore 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And whatever we have values, that it printing here in values place. And one more thing, it printing as struct type. So why it is printing struct type? As we saw here, thumb rule, if you have tuple inside tuple, your output will be struct type column. So struct type column is, so it will start and ending with its flower bracket. See here, it's starting and ending with a flower bracket. So that is struct type. You can say dictionary or struct type. So you can check here. So struct, and since we don't have column name, underscore 1, underscore 1, underscore 2, underscore 3, underscore 4. So these are all considering as respective data types. So these are all string. This is integer, this is integer, this is integer. And you can see, so all of it is string and remaining 3 are big integer. So now how to resolve this one? Underscore 1, underscore 2, these column names. So how we can resolve this? If you see here, tuple of tuple, under main tuple, we have one tuple. Only one element we have. So here what I'm doing, so list of tuple. So list of tuple. So inside tuple, I have 2 elements here. So earlier we have only one element, that is one tuple. But here 2 elements. So that is, this is integer value is first element and second value is tuple. So here what I'm doing, I'm passing column names ID and name. So inside tuple, as per thumb rule, tuple, how it will consider, inside tuple, each value, that means each element, it will consider as one column. It will print in that respective column, under column. So these are all integer values. That is ID column. It belongs to ID column. So it is printing here ID, and these are all values. And in this tuple, this is the second element. It goes under this particular name column. So this is name, and under this, all these tuples, it will come here. But only problem is the column names will get like this underscore 1, underscore 2, underscore 3, 4 like this. Okay, so now you observe the difference. This is the list of tuple of tuples, and tuple of tuple, that tuple is single element. So here tuple of tuple with uh, 2 elements. And here we'll see what is the reason we are not getting column names here. So that is this one. Why schema column names is required here. So if you see Spark wise, Spark does not know what are the 3 values inside the tuple present. So that means whatever we are passing here is, so here inside tuple we have 3 values. That means 3 elements, but all are belongs to name column. And it does not know like these three values inside tuple, what it represents, whether they are column names of first, middle, or last name, or whether the tuple should be flattened or kept as a single column. So that means it has to keep like this as single column, or it has to uh, flat into flattened into tuple. So these are all the questions will come. So whenever Spark faces this one. Okay, so next, tuples do not carry column names. Suppose if you see tuple here, so this is tuple. In tuple, we'll be having only values. And here we don't have key values, or you can say column names. So that means here we don't have any no keys, no labels, and no structure metadata. So that means in case of if you see dictionary, inside dictionary will be having key value pair. So keys, it represents column name, and these values represents to values, column values. So in dictionary, columns are defined, but in tuple, it is not defined. So there is no labels and there is no structure metadata. So metadata means columns and data types, it is not available. So Spark cannot guess column names in case of tuple. So what Spark does is Spark only infers the data types, not structure. And if you see here column names it not detecting for tuples, but it detecting data types correct. If you see inside that struct, the column is _1. See detecting data type, string, string, string. Okay, so this data type it detecting, but not the structure. So Spark can infer one as integer and Rahul as string. So that means based on these values, whatever we have values inside the tuple, so based on this, it can recognize whether it is integer or string or boolean or double. So like that it can infer. But Spark cannot infer should this tuple belongs to a single column or three separate column or a struct. So Spark requires you to decide by passing the schema. So what is the solution for this to get the column names is we need to define the schema explicitly. Why? Because Spark cannot infer the metadata. So what I am doing here is, so here I am defining the schema. So earlier we are not defined the schema. This one we directly pass the data. So here what I'm doing, so we have initially we have ID and name. And if you see here, ID and name, two columns we have. So inside struct type, I'm passing uh, total 5 struct fields. So in this first struct field is ID, that is this one, and second struct field is name. So that is this one. And if you see here, this whole thing is this one. So name. And what is this type? So tuple of tuple, we know that that is struct type. So we are defining struct type. So struct type means this one, flower bracket. So flower bracket, and inside flower bracket we have three elements. So those three elements, column names we need to define here. So this particular name, struct type, and inside struct type, I'm passing these three column names. So that means first value, it is belongs to first name, and that relevant data type is string type. And second value belongs to middle name, the data type is string type. And third value belong to last name, and that is string type. So for avoid confusion, what I will do, so now it will be easy to understand. So this name column is this whole thing. So in this, we have three elements. Those three elements I defined with this schema. So now what will happen? Our output will come as, so first column name, wherever underscore one is there, that will replace with first name. Wherever underscore two is there, that will replace with middle name. And wherever underscore three is there, there it will replace with last name. And you can expand this. So these are all the key value pairs. And the same way, you can check the data type here. So first one is struct. Why? Because starting and ending with a square bracket, sorry, floor bracket. And inside that, our first column name is a string. First column name is first name. That is this one. And this is string type, here string, here string. So total, first name is string, middle name is string, last name is string. Okay, so this how to handle the tuple when you have tuple of tuple. So here we covered almost all the scenarios, uh, how to create the data frame using tuple. So mainly whenever we have flat tuple, so that is this one, and whenever we have tuple of tuple, so tuple of tuple. So mainly struct type columns. Okay, so that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.